Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You are tuned into Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, and more, because I want the largest possible platform and splatter zone for which to balance out all the bad news out there and give you some good news. Give you some things that you might not have known that are not, if it bleeds, it leads. Because there's just so much of that. There's so many things out there to feel bad about. I want to highlight those things, people, places, and things that you can feel good about. And today is December 3rd, and I'm going to go to my trusty source called nationalday.com. Thank you very much for always giving me something to comment on and to learn something new, which is one of my favorite things. Today, December 3rd, is Faux Fur Friday. So those of you like me who are into fashion, today's your permission day to wear faux fur. Obviously, my daughters are adamant about not wearing real fur, because of the implications and destroying things that really don't need to be destroyed. So faux fur is good. Get it out, wear it. And if you want this weekend, go visit my 89, she just turned 89, bonus mom. She is doing wonderful crafts, one of them being faux fur vests that you can get at the Timeless Treasures boutiques, going on all weekend in Huntington Beach at the 5 Points Plaza. So you can look them up, timelesstreasuresboutiques.com, and find out directions, or just Google it. And please go find Dolores Martin and support her incredible crafting, even after 89 years. So don't ever tell me you're too old to do things, because my mom is a great example of just doing that. And she's a great example of you're never too old to be crafting. And crafting requires creativity, and creativity is 100% correlated with sensitivity. So if you're a person that has been told you're sensitive, I used to hate it when people would say, you're so sensitive. Now you can celebrate sensitivity because it makes you highly creative. And the other commercial for creativity is that creativity is actually good for your health. Dr. Deepak Chopra says that there are two emotions that will make you sick. One is anger, the other is hostility. But there are three emotions that will make your cells dance in harmony and make them sing. So those three are, of course, love, peace, and the third one, the surprise for me, was it's creativity. So all of this being, go support your health. Go support my bonus mom at Timeless Treasures Boutiques this weekend in Huntington Beach at the 5 Points Plaza. And it is also National Roof Over Your Head Day. And I did not make this day up, even though I would love to take credit for it, because those of you who've heard me speak on stage know that I talk about there's really no reason to be maudlin and gloomy, especially if you're living in California, especially if you're living in America, because we enjoy I think the statistic is 3% of the world's population have a roof over their head, have food in the fridge or in their stomach, and money, no matter how little or a lot, but money in their wallet because they have a wallet. And yes, it's true, 42.7% of statistics are made up on the spot, but I do believe, I think I've heard 3% or 8%. I know that I am in that top percent. And when I start feeling sorry for myself, I remember that and say, you know what? There really is no reason. I can be mad. I can be frustrated. I can be aggravated. I can be sad. I can be even depressed for a California minute. And then I try to find ways, Happy88 tools that you can find in my book. And it's a great holiday gift, 8 Ways to Happiness from wherever you are, to get myself in a place where I feel better. And when I feel better, I'm healthier. So especially now with the pandemic and COVID, if you want to keep yourself healthy, stay in creativity, stay in love, stay in peace, get out of anger and hostility, because it's good for your health. And finally, it is National Bartender's Day. I'm not saying that things are bad enough that you need to spend all day with your bartender today. That is definitely not what I'm saying. I've always said that bartenders are kind of like cousins to what I do when I do coaching. I think bartenders have a minor in psychology just for the amount of advice or listening that they have to do on the job. So today, because it is National Bartender Day, I thought I would interview myself with something that I love to do. It's in the title of the show, is Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. So for the remainder of today's show, I have segments from past call-in shows. And I used to, when I was on once a week, every second week of the month, I would do callers. And I enjoy that so much that I thought I would bring you some ageless advice on things like relationships, job and career, and health and well-being. So when we come back, that's what we're focusing on. So don't go away. Here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports radio station, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere, including where you can watch and listen on my YouTube channel. It's a free subscribe. And when you do, you'll get an alert at 8 in the morning saying there's a new show coming on. And that way you can listen and watch and enjoy my new short film called the New PPP Post-Pandemic Possibilities, as well as my red carpet playlist, my singing playlist, my radio for our deaf community series. There's coaching on there. There's so many different things. So please do free subscribe. And that way I can connect with you all the time, as well as on my social media. Doc Balance is my name on Instagram. The other day when my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, was on his live, he did a little shout out, which was kind of cool. People contacted me after and said, I didn't know you were Doc Balance, but that's my name on Instagram. But everywhere else, it's Dr. Marissa. So you can find me and connect with me there. And as promised, I am spotlighting myself for the rest of the show with a variety of question and answers. So if you have any issues or problems or concerns with relationships, with job or career, or with your health and well-being, then stay tuned for answers to those questions. So without further ado, here are some callers with Dr. Marissa. the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. Enjoy.
Today is a call-in series special, and it is because I get to give callers a little alignment and balance out their life tires and smog check their stinking thinking. And so I am getting ready for my first caller to come on, and we're going to do a little work with their life tires and smog check any stinking thinking that may be happening.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for calling in. And what we're going to do is connect through breath. So wherever you are, feet on the ground, palms up, eyes gently closed, taking a deep breath in through your nose and releasing soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees, and another deep breath in. And releasing all the stories and the drama, especially of the towing right now. And one more deep breath in. Connecting with me through Chi Eternal Energy. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And on a scale of 1 to 10, Lisa, from Long Beach, what would you say your rating is of your relationships in your life on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being fabulous, 1 being not so fabulous.
I would say about an 8.5.
Oh, good. And then same scale for your health and well-being.
9.
Oh,
9.5.
okay.
Yeah.
And this one better be low, or there's no reason you should be calling. The last one is job and career. So what number is there? That's the one?
Probably about a 5.
There we go. Woo! I almost thought we weren't going to have anything to talk about. But what do you think would take? What would it take to move that 5 up? Tell me what in particular.
Oh gosh, being in something that I am passionate about and makes me more money. So the combination of the two.
Got it. So this is a very common question. Most of my clients come to me in midlife crisis or midlife opportunity, as I like to call it, where they're in jobs that actually make good money, but they hate their job and don't like what they do. And the things that they love to do don't seem to bring in the money energy that they want. Right? Okay. So here's the first thing to do. And you may not like it, but every single day before you walk into your job, I want you to specifically get on a high-flying disc and be grateful for different aspects of the job that you are doing. Okay. So it's kind of counterintuitive because you don't like your job or you hate your job, but you can't move from something you hate into something you love. It's too big of a jump. So if we can get your energy of positivity about where you currently are, it's a less of a jump into something that you do like that will give you that money energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and I do like my job.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I just want to make more money.
Got it. And then the second tool is to spend a half an hour a day, what I call Google playing. So Google playing is a chance for us to get inspired with more than what we can think with our own mind. So we think we know, and when we know, we want, and when we want, we get frustrated when we don't have. Does that make sense? So this is, I know I want to do this. I know I want to have this. I know I want to be blah, 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 whatever that is. And when it doesn't happen, the frustration takes over and puts a film over any possible good that can come in. Okay? So that energy does not allow for limitless possibilities. When you set aside the way it's supposed to look and say every morning, Here's another thing, a part of your bliss blend. So when you wake up in the morning, you start with gratitude, right?
Yeah.
So, and you
Yeah.
are specifically grateful about the things at your current job and your current situation and current where you are. You know, I have a fabulous bed and wonderful comforters, and I have birds outside my window that sing for no reason at all. I love the taste of my morning coffee. I love that I have, friends that I'm going to see later on today. I know that I get to do 2 shows. I know I'm going to be playing pinochle with my 90-year-old partner. I'm just giving you mine, okay? And those are my gratitudes that I start with first thing in the morning. Then after I meditate and I just allow my mind to clear is when I say, and I set the intention, I want to have prosperity, fun, bliss, wonder, joy in my life. And I pick one. So every day you get to pick one. And I actually have an alarm in my phone that at 9 a.m. it goes off, and every day it has something different. So it says, I can't wait to see how, and for you it will be prosperity, how more prosperity is going to come into my life. It may not even be changing your job. Who knows? Probably will be, but who knows what ways that you can have more prosperity in your life. It could be a lotto ticket, could not be a lotto ticket. You just never know. I've heard so many stories, and myself included, where when I let go of what it's supposed to look like exactly, that things just blow wide open. And it's unbelievable the things that come into play. You know, this show is one of them. No idea that this would ever be something that I love to do, or was going to be good at, or was going to be so fruitful, and a source of prosperity. So that's my first thing. Is you gratitude, you meditate, and meditate is just clearing your mind and breathing, and then setting the intention. So your intention is going to be prosperity. And now this is the hardest part for the rest of the day. You ready?
Yep.
You cannot focus on where it is not showing up, and you cannot take score of if it's showing up or not. That's the hardest thing, because when you know you want something, it means you don't have it. Does that make sense? So you got to let that go and just know that it's going to show up. It is going to show up because we live in a friendly universe. Now, that's a core BS belief system that is required for you to play this game. So Einstein says the most important question that a human being has to answer is the universe friendly or not? Lisa? If you believe, okay. But I mean, you really have to believe it. And here's the core. If you don't believe that it is, and I would say the majority of the people on the planet right now do not believe in a friendly universe. And no thanks to media, weapons of mass distraction. It's just a constant show of how it is not a universe, a friendly universe. You know, bombs, war, rape, killing, gunmen in hospitals, right? So you have to choose and say, in spite of what it looks like, I know there are more good things happening than negative things happen. Okay. So when you choose to believe in a friendly universe, it means that in spite of what it looks like, you know that it's always this or better. It's always this or better. And if something doesn't happen that you really want to, it's because it wasn't the best thing. Now, how do I know that this is true? How do you know that I'm just not trying to make you drink the Kool-Aid? Because think about it. When do you feel better? Do you feel better when you think the world is going to hell in a handbasket? Or do you feel better when you trust that it's all going to work out?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So that's all you have to do. But it isn't easy. It's simple, but it is not easy. So for the rest of your waking hours, anytime that little voice in your head says, Well, here I am again, making X amount of dollars. And not only that, I had a stupid customer today, and can't they read the stuff on the shelves, and what, why aren't I, I really don't want to go. And now look at this happen and that happened. This is the time for the Blissipline to say, and you can vent first. Don't like it. I keep it to 16 seconds because I believe in the law of attraction, that whatever I hold for more than 16 seconds multiplies. So I give myself 16 seconds. So I've got this one down. I actually do polishing the table. It's a form in the balanced Tai Qigong that I teach that I think you know about. So when someone pisses me off, I say, take a breath. Everybody does the best that they can. If they could do better, they would, but they can't. And so I'm just going to not wait for the day that they can, but take care of my own table and not let it get dirty. And that is actually less than 16 seconds. And it allows me to release that person, release that anxiety, release that irritation. And you can do that too. And I promise, if you do this for 30 days, you will see something different happen. Promise. So, and then the last thing you do is when you are fed and you've done your walk and you've done your yoga, whatever it is, you sit on the computer. You do not go to the TV. You do not watch Netflix. You do not watch anything that numbs you, which I am sure you don't do anyways, but just take that half an hour. Actually, it's 28 minutes because 8's a lucky number in Chinese, and go to the computer and just sit and take a breath and go, I wonder what I can be amused by today. And just put whatever keywords that go in that make you want to smile. So whatever it is, income producing hobbies, or free business classes, or free marketing classes, or free meetup group for small business owners, or anything that is free and that is available. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of free stuff going on. And it's a wonderful place to expand your belief system, your BS, that there's nothing good going on, because there's so much going on. And then turn all of that positivity into your own life and shine it on you. The other practice for people who are in customer service is to bless every person with the same thing that you want to have happen for you. So every single person that you cross paths with when you are working at the job that you're not thrilled about, you bless the people with more prosperity.
And when we come back, we're going to continue on with more question and answers about things that are keeping you from being happy 88% of the time. Here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balance with Dr. Marissa, the morning show on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And when we come back, we're going to continue on with more question and answers about things that are keeping you from being happy 88% of the time. Here on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balance with Dr. Marissa, the morning show on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. And we're back. You're tuned into Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. And it is over 100 nations because of the stream, as well as on my YouTube channel. I think, almost at 100 countries that have viewed and enjoyed, and we're almost at 250,000 views. So please do free subscribe there to the #1 station in the Inland Empire and the #1 8 a.m. show. And as we continue, I'm giving you advice that I take maybe 88% of the time. It is annoying, though, when I talk to friends or family about things that are annoying me, and they throw back stuff that, well, you say, but it's an occupational hazard, and I'll live with it because anytime I don't feel good, all I need to do is start talking and spewing my own stuff, and then I feel better. And so here are more callers. Enjoy.
Today is a call-in series special, and it is because I get to give callers a little alignment and balance out their life tires and smog check their stinking thinking. And so I am getting ready for my first caller to come on, and we're going to do a little work with their life tires and smog check any stinking thinking that may be happening. And we are ready with our second caller. Welcome, Dion from LA. Hi, Dion.
Hi.
And as we start per usual, if you could humor me and just put your feet on the ground, your palms up, eyes gently closed, and connect with me through breath, eternal chi, taking a deep breath in through your nose and releasing all the stories and the drama. Good. And one more deep breath in, connecting heart to heart. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And on a scale of 1 to 10, in the area of relationships in your life, how would you say you're doing? 1 being not so good and 10 being fabuloso. Where are you?
Say that
Oh, I think we're getting a little bit of static. Are you on a cell phone?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there. That's perfect. So what was the number?
Okay. I'm a little in between. I would say about
about a.
some of them I would say are great.
Okay. And then some of them you okay. So would you like to talk about the 4 and figuring out how to go beyond that? Would you like that? Okay, so then well-being, I'm sure you're up high, and job and career. It sounds like the energy's with the relationship. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting with my mom.
Okay. Well, if it's not one thing, it's your mother. Thank you, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, for that. And there's only 2 times in your life when you will not have mother issues, and that is when you are born and when you die. So that's supposed to make you feel better. You're not laughing.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. And so how long have you had your mother? I'm trying to establish patterns here.
All my life.
All your life. Okay. So how many years?
19.
19 years. So she's been your mom for 19 years. And let's start with what are the 3 best things that you love about your mom?
She's really giving.
Really giving. Great. That's
yeah,
one.
she has a big heart for anyone.
Fabulous. Number 2?
The work ethic that she showed me when I was younger, that she instilled in me.
Beautiful. Number 2. 3?
3.
You can make one up.
I don't know. I love her more than anything. I know that she'll go through hell and back for me before anyone else.
Wonderful. Wonderful. 3 great things. And I did that on purpose. I want you to remember those as you now tell me what drives you crazy about your mother.
Okay. About my mom. I think that she can be a little stubborn about her beliefs and how she brought us up. Growing up, she didn't really give me time to vent or express myself. If I had a problem, she didn't really. She was very headstrong and firm with whatever she thought it was. She just didn't listen to me, basically, I guess. That's something that bothers me. So I grew up learning to shelter myself and not express my feelings because I never felt safe doing so.
Did my daughter call you to put you up to this? You think I'm kidding?
No. Yeah, no.
I think this calls for me. I don't think this calls for you. I think this calls for me. Oh, I hate when this happens. Oh, okay. Here we go. So that's the thing that makes your relationship 40% because you really want her to listen to you.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I guess some people think that it's wrong to be friends with your kids, but there are certain points in our lives that I think we need that, and I didn't get that. Okay. So I needed her to be my friend and listen to me, like someone that I could go to.
Mm-hmm. Really try not to feel guilty right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
I'm sorry. I'm a little emotional.
No, you're wonderful. First of all, I think it's beautiful that you love your mom and she loves you. And I think it's beautiful that you do see all the things that are good about her. And I want you to continue to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the balance. Okay. So on one hand, one of my teachers, Edwene Gaines, says, your mother's job is to pop you out. Anything else after that is gravy.
Mm-hmm.
So she did her job. She popped you out and you got some gravy already. And this is the one thing that she cannot do because she just can't do it. And your expectation that she is perfect and has everything that a good mom, Chloe, are you listening? That a good mom should have is not fair, is a little unrealistic, and it would behoove you to cut her some slack and only focus on what she can do and not focus on what she cannot do. So that's my tough love. Come on, Dion. You know, she does do everything else you told me. Is like there are people who would kill to have a mom who did as much as she did. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my tough love. I know you want it all. I know you expect to have everything because you're 19 and like, give me a break. So that's my tough love talk. Now let me go to the other side and say, I don't understand it. And you know what? It's perfect because I'm one of those moms. You know, I'm just like your mom. And I'm here to tell you, and the reason why you're calling me to tell me about this, I want to tell you why I don't listen. Okay? I don't listen because I don't want you to marinate in the drama, in the dis-ease, in the unhappiness, in the problem. I don't feel good when you're in that. I want to get you as quickly as possible to the solution. That's why I do that. Now, I am sorry. And I am sorry. And I'm saying this from your mom, and I'm saying this as a mom to my own daughters, because I do get that sometimes you just want to cry on my shoulder. I get it. I don't understand it because I don't like doing it, right? I grew up, I got punished if I cried. It was bad enough I was getting yelled at. If I started crying, I'd get beat more. That was the way I was brought up. And so for me, I'm putting on you what I don't like. And I am sorry for that. And I try to do better and different, but I'll tell you, every ounce of my being feels so uncomfortable when you're uncomfortable that I want you off of the discomfort. Do you accept that? Did I lose you? Oh, I hate when this happens. Like I'm really... Oh no, I lost you. But it was still good. Because it is one of those struggles. And if you're a listener and you're a mom, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're a caller and you're a daughter, you know what I'm talking about. So in order to move that 40% up, it is absolutely necessary for you to believe that your parents, that your mom does the very best that she can. And sometimes it's not pretty. Sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes it's destructive. Sometimes, when my mom would say, "You're fat, ugly, and clumsy," that hurt. I had a caller early on who said, her mom would, tell her she had fat knees. And it's wrong. It's wrong in so many ways. It hurts. But when I could get to that place where I understood that my mom really, really, really believed that she was being helpful so that I wouldn't end up 400 pounds and being ostracized, or, that it was what she grew up with. It was exactly how she learned how to be the way she was, that it was so important for her to be that way, that it's important. If you can give her the benefit of the doubt, if you can somehow see that she does the very best that she can, but that she's human, and that she also has the genetics from her mom. And I'm guessing that her mom's relationship with her was not fabulous, and that her reactions now are sometimes knee-jerk reactions from what she went through. If you can get to that place and put your arms around your mom and say, "Mom, I love you so much, and I so appreciate everything that you've done. And if you can, just let me cry on your shoulder for 5 minutes." That if you can do it like that, the reason, I know that from my experience, when my child tells me what I don't do, I just automatically back up and then go into I can't believe you're saying that after I do this, and this.
Yeah.
It's just an automatic thing. But if you can come at me with, "I know that you're doing this to love me. I know that you're doing this because you really believe it's going to help me. But right now, all I need is this." If you say it that way, or at the same time, find a best friend. Find someone who can listen to you cry on their shoulder without feeling that their lives are not a failure because you're going through this.
Yeah.
Can you get that?
Yeah, I do.
Good, because it's not about you. It's not about it. I mean, it is about you, and it's not about you. And it's about, honest to goodness, this is my theory, that every generation, our only job is to do better than what our parents did. When you have a daughter, your job will be to do better than your mom did with you. And it's going to be fabulous because your mom sounds like she was fabulous. And just in this one area, just think your kid is going to be in nirvana. But you are a beautiful being. Let's focus on the part that works. Let's focus on the part that works for her. And then I promise you, your number's already 8. I'm sorry. You just,
I mean, I'm
you
19
just don't
and
know it.
I feel trapped because I'm my mom's baby.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go and start something different.
Yeah.
And I don't think that she wants me to go. I'm pretty much all the help that she has right now.
Yeah, and she will.
But it's like I feel it's fair to me to do something that's better than what I'm in.
Yeah, and let me just say this, sweetheart. There's nothing wrong, and it's not better. It's great right now. You're just going to do something different. It's just another chapter. Don't make it wrong. Yeah. It's just another chapter. You've had, and here's your homework. I want you to sit down and write a letter to your mom and tell her all the wonderful things that you have learned in her house, and thank her for the preparation that you've had to go on and do your next chapter. That's what I want you to do. And I guarantee you, your number is going to go up to 9. Yes?
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah. We're out of time, but I just check in with me again, okay, sweetheart?
Okay.
Because you're going to be my projection daughter of my own who's leaving to Cornell. So yeah, thank you. Peace and blessings. Wow. I'm just going to make my daughter listen to this. No, I can't.
And if you enjoyed those, there's a plethora of question and answers on my YouTube playlist from past shows, so you can enjoy them anytime you want. And that's it for show number 589 on this, my 500th consecutive week on the air. And I'm just so delighted. Thank you so much for your continued support in my Happy 88 mission, 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. And if you want to really help my nonprofit 501c, which helps kids who have temporarily forgotten their birthright to happiness, get my holiday meal. It is an $88 value meal for just $28 during this holiday season. With lots of goodies inside, including my audiobook version of my 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are, #1 on Amazon, #4 on Denver Post, as well as my children's book, Mommy, What Are Feelings, as well as my Tai Chi DVD download, as well as my 21-day fast from Complaining with Dr. Marissa, and then even some original music to make it $88. So please do visit drmarissa.life to get that holiday bundle and help out kids. It's a win-win. And this is Dr. Marissa reporting live from her living room during the pandemic, reminding you that it's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. And have the best weekend ever.
If I had $100,000 in the bank, I'd be happy. Then it was 500,000, then it was $1 million, then it's 10 million. Now 10 million is not enough. I'll be happy when I finish school. I'll be happy when my parents are okay. I'll be happy when my kids are okay. I'll be happy when. Anybody? So when are you going to be happy?
Dr. Marissa, aka the Asian Oprah, says the most important thing you can choose is choosing to be happy.
For the next 8 years, it's my mission to have 8 million more people 88% happy. We're human beings. We cannot be happy
All the time.
But 8 is a lucky number. I know you thought I was Swedish, but I'm actually Chinese. And so double 8 is 88%, is double good fortune, which is our birthright to be happy 88% of the time.
If there is one thing that somebody can change today
Yes.
to make their life happier and
Yes.
their outlook happier, what
Yes.
is that one small thing that somebody can do?
So if your mind continues going to places that are dark and something or someone did something to you that was horrible, that's 7 out of 10 of us, the majority. So it's not what happened to you, it's what happened for you.
And focus on that.
Exactly. So pain in life is mandatory, suffering is optional. So I can choose to look at that pain as something that chiseled me into greater good. So Phoenix Rising, that's my middle name in Chinese. So
I love that.
that's what I would say.
One of my teachers is Michael Bernard Beckwith, and he's a very good friend of Oprah's, introduced me to Oprah as this is the Asian Oprah. And I'm like, and she looked at me, and she looked down, she looked at me, smiled, and said, nice pants.
Well, she has been dubbed the Asian Oprah, and she just wants all of us to be happy. That's the idea for Dr. Marissa Pay's new book called 8 Ways to Be Happy.
Spirituality and knowing who I am and whose I am was very important.
Okay.
Knowing that I am a precious child of a friendly universe and of a God that conspires for me, never against me. That was the
I like that.
seed.
That's a good one.
That a seed that began to supplant that voice, because we all have, especially children who have had damage, have a voice that says, you shouldn't have said this, you shouldn't have said that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you really are ugly. People compliment you, but they don't really know you.
It's about you. You have to begin to strengthen the beautiful part of you. You are one of a kind, amazing. 7.3 billion people on this planet, every single one different, like the grains of sand, like the leaves on the trees, like the drops of water in the ocean. We are all amazingly unique. Every single one of us have unique gifts, talents, and abilities to share, not because we're doing good necessarily, because it makes us feel good. Don't you feel good when you know you're making a difference? Yes, and you do make a difference in a way that only you can make a difference. There's nothing like this life. I don't know what's after. I don't know where we came from. I do know this is here. I know the present is a present because it's a gift, and you want to open it.